Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you a meal prep video. You guys have been asking for this, so I am here to deliver. Today I'm gonna bring you guys in with me to the grocery store. We're gonna shop for a few things. I wanna know that the next few days I am set up for success. I'm working my full-time job, which is now social media, which is crazy, or I'm working my part-time job at Starbucks. I want to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success. That way when it comes to eating, I'm not eating out, I'm not eating. On a GLP-1, you forget to eat half the time, so you really need to make sure you're on it when it comes to your eating. What works best for me is smaller meal portions. For a long time, I was having like 1 to 2 big meals a day, and I was hitting a lot of plateaus and I wasn't seeing a lot of success with that. So now I do 3 smaller meals, and then if I'm feeling snacky, I'll have some snacks. And of course, every night I have to finish with the dessert. I'm gonna be making a breakfast option, a lunch option, and a dinner option. Normally between the lunch and dinner, I kind of just alternate depending on what I'm feeling at that time of day. And then of course we're gonna finish off with my famous protein pudding. However, I did get a new protein powder in that's a little bit different, and I'm really excited to give it a try and see how it tastes. I did want to hop on and let you guys know, if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, you did not see, but your girl officially launched her business, and I am starting up with one-on-one coaching. For that starts on December 1st. We are doing a 4-week challenge. The challenge is called Operation Hourglass. I get asked all the time about how I achieve my hourglass, and although mine is natural and it comes naturally, there are ways for you to build up your hourglass if you are wanting that and don't have that with your natural figure. So leave my website. Oh my god, that's so crazy to say. I'll leave my website down below. You guys sign up for the 4-week challenge. It's $19.99 for a week. You guys are gonna get a workout plan, a meal plan from me, but if you do sign up for the 4-week challenge, that will get you a good discount on the one-on-one coaching when that does go live. Take this time before I get into the store to follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. That way you guys can really keep up to date with me, and then also sign up for the challenge. Head into Whole Foods. I will say I'm pretty surprised that Whole Foods is pretty busy for being the day after Thanksgiving. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm sitting in the car real quick, just finalizing my grocery list, and I think I also want to make a batch of this, like, I honestly don't know what to call it. I made it years and years ago on one of my weight loss journeys, and it just sounds really good. Plus it's kind of more of like a soup, which I don't like soups, but it's kind of sort of like that. It makes a good soup, so I think I'm just gonna have another one as an extra option for an easy dinner, a quick heat up lunch, but it's still low carb, high protein. So yeah, all right, let's go in. Ground chicken to the ground turkey. They are never this stocked on solo bagels. Okay, love that. Oh, also they have the rolls. We need to try those. Solo bagels are our life. We love them. The blueberry is superior. It's the best one. We're gonna get the plain as well, and then we're gonna try these. Wow. like a sugar-free or low sugar kind of like teriyaki sauce. And I don't know if I'm gonna have any luck. I might have to go somewhere else. This one has less carbs. This one looks really good. Chicken or just the regular. Gonna try this one. It's $7 for this little bottle. That is crazy. Alright, I got everything that we need, so let's head home and get to work. Alright, so now we're gonna get back into the meal prep. It is indeed the next day. Okay. It is indeed the next day, but don't mind that. The first thing we're going to start off on is kind of like it's kind of a make of a soup. I used to make it back in the day when I was on my weight loss journeys. And I haven't made it in a long time, but because it's colder, it just sounds really good. So the things that you need for this, and honestly, I don't know what you want to call it. It's kind of a soup. It's kind of just like I don't know, maybe I guess you'd consider it a soup. What you need is chicken breast. So I've got chicken breast right here. You need a can of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of black beans, and any seasonings that you do. That is literally it. I did, however, used to add corn and like garbanzo beans and pinto beans, but my spouse doesn't really love those types of beans. And corn, fun fact, now upsets my stomach. I don't know what it is about being on a GLP-1 with me, but the corn is a no-go, which I'm really sad because that used to be one of my faves. But I'm going to load everything in and we're just going to cook it on low until it's done. And then you shred up the chicken once it's all cooked. Normally, I'll top mine with like plain Greek yogurt as a sour cream, some green onions on the top, low-fat shredded cheese on top, and that's a dish in itself. So we're going to throw that together real quick, get that going, and then we will move on to the next. So this is 3 pounds of chicken breast. You can do a little bit less. You could do 1 pound. You could do 2 pounds. I personally just want it to be very protein heavy because my diet consists of high protein, lower carb, and low sugar. So that's why I'm going in with 3 pounds of chicken, just so it's a little bit more chicken heavy and more protein heavy. So we're just gonna start stacking the chicken in there. Now, at this time, before I put anything else in, this is when I start seasoning. I like to go pretty heavy on the seasoning. So let me show you the seasonings that usually, for me, go in everything. First things first, we've got salt and a lot of it. We've got 3 pounds of chicken in here, so we're going to go a little heavy on the salt. Black pepper, garlic powder, which I am almost out of. Oh, no. Onion powder, paprika, and parsley, which is another one that I am almost out of. All right, now we're going to give her a good little mix. It is nice and coated. All right, now we're going to go in with the big can of diced tomatoes and the black beans and add her in. Got our first round of black beans, and then we got our second round of black beans. Now, if you love it spicy, you can definitely add in like jalapenos, corn, whatever else you want to add. I just am, pretty simple. So we're just going to give this a good mix. It may not seem super exciting, but I promise it's really good. It's really simple. It's just been years since I made it, so hopefully I remember that I'm doing it correctly. We'll find out together. If the chicken is shreddable, then at that point it's done. So we're going to let this start cooking and move on to the 2 other main dishes that we're going to be doing that we can alternate between lunches and dinners depending on how we're feeling. So the next meal we're going to work on is like a ground chicken teriyaki bowl. We're going to do ground chicken, cauliflower rice, a bunch of mixed vegetables with teriyaki sauce, and then we'll top it off with some crunchy cucumbers on the top. So first things first, we need to get dicing on all of the veggies. I have never been a pepper fan, but within the last month or 2, I've really found a love for the red, yellow, and orange peppers. These ones already are looking a little rough, and I just got them yesterday with what's at Whole Foods. But we're gonna do one of each. We have our riced cauliflower, and then I have an onion. Top her off with cucumber. So these are all the veggies that are going in it. You could definitely do broccoli too, but for my green, I really wanted to do crunchy cucumber on the top. So that's what I went with. So make it your own, whatever you want, but let's get dicing up these veggies. Try to cut them this way, see how it does. My current obsession right now, not that you guys didn't ask or anything, is K-pop Demon Hunters. It has become my new favorite, like, feel-good movie. I've been watching it every night. I watched it today when I was on the treadmill. I've been listening to the album. I'm not one that usually loves, like, cartoon movies, but it is so good. And me waving a knife at you, they better come out with a K-pop Demon Hunters too. All right, so many beautiful colors. Now we're going to chop up an onion. This is how I always peel onions. I don't know. I always feel like I'm doing it wrong, but at the same time, like, that was so much easier. And now I don't have like a million of these pieces everywhere, you know? You know? Let's start with half and see how much that is and then decide if we're going to do the other half or not. These meal preps aren't just for me. They're also for my spouse. Like, damn, Bernie, this is a lot of food just for you. It's not just for me. I cook all of these so I have success, but then also if my spouse wants to dig into them, it's easy. If we both don't feel like cooking dinner, it's easy. Just heat it up real quick. Uh-oh, there goes my eyes. They're starting to burn. Whoo, she's burning. The fact that I didn't use up the rest of that onion, I'm actually going to just slice this up real quick and throw it in the crock pot. That way I can just have slices of onion in there too. All right, next. I don't know where my normal mixing bowl went, so we're just gonna rock with this. But next we're going to do the ground chicken and season that up really good. Our ground chicken. So if you want to do red meat for this, by all means do some ground hamburg. But me, unfortunately, I need more lean meats in my life, so we're not doing that. So for seasoning, I don't know how well this is going to go together. This is the first time that I'm making this with you guys. I've also never tried this that we found at the store yesterday, but it's a no soy teriyaki sauce marinade. And it's the thing that has the least amount of sugars. So we're going to add this. We're going to do a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I usually add this to pretty much almost all my meats that I cook. And then our normal seasonings, of course. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Ooh, that smells pretty good, actually. All right, we're going to pour a good amount of this in. Since that's our main, like, flavor. Pepper, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. A little bit of parsley. I don't know. I put parsley on everything. I think it really makes a lot of things, so do with that what you will. Going in, and I'm just going to start mixing it all up. I want to let this marinate for a minute, just hopefully soak in. We're going to let this marinate for a minute. So while this is marinating, let's get started on the veggies. I'm going to add some salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, even though we have onions in there, garlic powder, parsley. Now, I'm not personally trying to dirty up a lot of dishes. I have somewhat of a small kitchen, so trying to clean up as I go, but also use as many of the same dishes as I can. So we're gonna just try to use this one pan for everything. So I'm just gonna let those continue to cook down. We're gonna put them back in here once they're done, and then we'll start cooking the cauliflowered rice. And then we'll cook the ground chicken, cut up the cucumbers, and then this one will be done. Water check. All right, so these are definitely done. So we're gonna plop them in here and just set them aside. It smells so good. With the same pan, we're gonna do the cauliflower rice now. I'm just gonna add a little bit more avocado oil to coat that. There's still quite a bit of seasonings in here, so we'll still need to add a little bit more. So gonna add a little bit of the teriyaki sauce as well. Not too much, probably that much. Just gonna, let's give her a good mix in. While I'm waiting for this to kind of cook up, we're gonna go in and start cutting up some sweet potato for the loaded sweet potato fries for our next meal. Okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna do one sweet potato just because the other meal is quite a bit and it's gonna make more. So this one I'm just gonna do a smaller portion size of. So I'm just gonna use one sweet potato and we're gonna cut up some fries with it. This is a weird shaped one, so it might be a little bit of a challenge, but I like a little challenge. All right, so this is pretty much all I'm gonna do when it comes to the sweet potato fries, just because again, I'm trying to make a smaller portion. Move back to the other meal and then we'll come back to this. I'm just gonna grab another dish and we are gonna plop the cauliflower rice on in there. Looks pretty good. As good as cauliflower rice could be. All right, and then we're gonna use this pan again. And we're gonna cook the ground chicken next. Plop it all on the pan. The time I'll do these in the air fryer, but I'm just gonna pop them in the oven this time because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Not really, because we don't want to burn it. But we're gonna go in with some avocado oil, salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, of course, parsley. Parsley, I think, is the best on sweet potatoes. She's out. Wow, that's a sad day. That is a sad day. Just gonna give it a good little mix with my hands. Get all the seasonings rubbed together. It's now 10:32. It's been an hour of us cooking so far. So I'm just gonna pop these in the oven. It's not done preheating yet, but I'll let you guys know what time they are done. In hindsight, I probably should have put the sweet potatoes in first, but this is where I'm trying to learn on my time management and getting faster with these meal preps. So we're learning this together, bestie. We're in this together. I want to see it browning up though before we start prepping. So let's cut some cucumber real quick. I am going to keep them in a separate container just because I don't want them to get all gross. So I'm just going to cut up a bunch and put them in their own container, but when we're ready to eat, we can top it off. Because another thing too is, like, I don't want to put the cucumbers in the microwave, so we'll just dice up a bunch of cucumber and then put them in their own little container, and then once we're ready to eat, we can top it off. She browned right up. Perfect. Now, meal prep can work a bunch of different ways. You can easily put everything in its own little dish and assemble whenever you are ready to warm it up and eat it. You can do individual serving sizes. I personally, there's the oven. I personally like to do a mix of both. Like for this soup and for the dinner, I'm not going to do individual serving sizes. I'm just going to put it in one big container so we just grab when we want it. For the other meals, I am going to separate them into their own containers. Now, if I have anything left over, I will put it in its own little container and eat it with something else. But for right now, that's what we're doing. Assemble our first meal. Another thing I should probably be doing is weighing everything out, but this is very vegetable heavy, so I'm not gonna be weighing it out. Our ground chicken I'm gonna do on this side, and then when it's time to eat, I will just assemble. So we've got 4 meals ready to go. Once I'm ready to eat them, I'll reheat them, put it all together, top it off with some cucumber, and voila. It with some more teriyaki sauce, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm a saucy girl. I love my sauces. So we might have to add a little bit more teriyaki sauce to finish it off, but meal number 1 is done. Okay, I'm currently putting all of my footage from my camera and charging it for a little bit, but the sweet potatoes I think are done. It is, I think, like 10:32. They're definitely done. So I like to cook them a little under, just so when I do pop them in the air fryer when it's time to eat, then they crisp up a little bit and they're not burnt. So we're gonna take them out now. Now we're gonna just make some ground turkey, and then for the toppings of the loaded sweet potato fries, that you're gonna do after you've warmed everything up. So you could top it off with some pico, some green onion on top, plain Greek yogurt as like the sour cream, low-fat mozzarella cheese on top, and then those are your loaded sweet potato fries. So super easy. Let's cook up the ground turkey real quick, and then that meal will be done, bestie. Then we'll move on to breakfast and dessert. So we're gonna heat up the pan with some avocado oil again. While I'm cooking this too, I'm also gonna get my other pan out and cook up some turkey bacon. When it comes to the breakfast, I'm to the point now where I don't meal prep a lot of breakfast. It's more of just the days where I'm working my part-time job at Starbucks. So I know I'm working Sunday morning, Monday morning, and Tuesday morning in a row. So I'm gonna make 3 breakfast sandwiches for those days, but that's all I'm gonna make for breakfast. Just because when I'm not working my part-time job and I'm working my full-time job, I'm home, so I can just make something up real quick. I'll plop her on. So much for me not wanting to dirty up so many pans, because now I'm using 2 at once. But you know, it's a ground turkey. You really need to over season it so you can even get any of the flavor. When it comes to lean meats, that's just unfortunately how it is. They have 0 taste. So we're gonna go in with some Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper. Sad I'm out of my parsley because I'd be adding parsley too, but onion powder. And we savored some of our garlic powder for this. Good old paprika. I personally like to cut my pieces in half. I know I'm gonna do 3, so I'm gonna do 3 slices of turkey bacon, and then I'm just gonna cut them in half so it's like 2 slices per sandwich basically. That's how I like to do it. For my breakfast sandwiches, I use these Sola bagels. They're protein bagels. I get mine at Whole Foods. I've heard that Walmart has them. I've heard that H-E-B has them. I don't have H-E-B here in California, but definitely look around for Sola bagels. I highly recommend. I will say they are on the pricier side. The price actually just went up. It used to be like $7 and some change for 4 of them. Now it's $8 and some change for 4 of them. But let me tell you the reasoning on why I think it's worth the money. So I have plain and I have blueberry, but blueberry is my favorite. And believe it or not, blueberry is actually really good with this breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to use the blueberry with these bagels. Let me just tell you, for one bagel, it's 14 grams of protein, 29 grams of fiber, 4 grams of carbs, and 0 sugar. So great way to get some good protein in. Get your fiber in for the day, especially if you're on a GLP-1. You want to make sure you're getting enough fiber in. So highly recommend these. I'm going to put these in the air fryer for a little bit just to toast them up. I have been trying to do more egg white instead of regular egg just for lower cal, but I ran out of egg white. So we're going to fry up 1 egg for each, and we're going to top her with cheese, and then that's our breakfast sandwich. Ah, the turkey bacon broke. All right, the ground turkey is definitely done at this point, so I'm gonna turn that off, but I'm just gonna leave it right here. this is what the blueberry bagels look like. They're so good, guys. Honestly, it tastes like a regular bagel. A regular bagel. Look how pretty that is. In the smaller side, we're gonna do the sweet potato fries. Just because I want that to be the smaller portion. I can actually make one more. We're gonna do on the bigger side. So some have a little bit more than others just because my spouse eats a little bit more than me. So the bigger portions will be for them. And then these smaller portions will be for me since I'm trying to eat smaller portion meals so I can actually eat 3 meals a day. This is how they're gonna go in the refrigerator. And then when we're ready to eat, I will pop the sweet potatoes in the air fryer. That way they crisp up again. And then I'll pop this in the microwave. Then I'll just add some pico, shredded low-fat cheese, plain Greek yogurt, and some green onion. And it's good to go. And it's so good, you guys. We've got another meal down. Let's finish breakfast and move on to dessert. Okay, now I'm just gonna make 3 eggs real quick. Just 3 fried eggs. The lightly toasted protein blueberry bagel. I'm going to do 2 slices of turkey bacon, an egg, and a slice of cheese. That is the breakfast. Work my part-time job and I work early mornings and I can't make breakfast at home. I have breakfast ready to go, so I'm still able to reach all my goals and eat what I'm supposed to, not something nasty at work that's gonna make me feel disgusting. All right, so we've gotten our breakfast done and lunch and dinner done, plus this is cooking in the crock pot, so all we have left is dessert. I literally have one of these every single night. I am a girly that loves her sweets, okay? I have a major sweet tooth and I have to have something sweet every single night. However, this is a new flavor that we are trying together. Normally, I put this protein powder in some plain Greek yogurt and it makes for a very delicious yogurt bowl, but I've yet to put it in my protein pudding. So we're in this together. If it's a flop, I'm gonna try it on camera so we know for sure if it's good or not. And if it's a flop, you'll know. Then you can just go look at my last meal prep video and make that one because that one was a success. Number 1 is the s'more protein pudding. That is hands down my favorite one so far. I've done an almond joy one. That one was really, really good. A banana chocolate one was really, really good. So now this time we're doing a unicorn donut one. Oh my God. This is the collab that Heidi did with 1UP. And guys, it is so good. If you guys ever want to shop 1UP, I do have a code with them. It is Mama Brit. It saves you 20% off at checkout. And then also, if you guys ever want to shop Buff Bunny, I have a code Mama Brit that saves you 10%. Make sure you use code Mama Brit for both of those. But we're going to be trying out the unicorn donut flavor in my protein pudding recipes. So let's get it, bestie. Okay, so for my protein pudding recipe, these are the ingredients that you need. You need to get a 0 sugar pudding mix. Today we're going to be doing the chocolate flavor. Again, make sure you're getting the 0 sugar option. 0 sugar Cool Whip, some low-fat milk and Greek yogurt, and a protein powder of your choice. So if you want to do the flavor that I'm doing today, you do have to get this one, bestie. But I also have a peanut butter blast that I'll mix with the chocolate. I have a chocolate protein powder that I mix with banana or cheesecake or white chocolate. So there's definitely a wide varieties that you can be doing, but let's get into it. First, we're gonna start with the pudding. When you're doing this, you just wanna follow the instructions that are on the box. I love to get the family size because the family size I know makes 6 of my little jars. So I always get the family size. This, you need 3 cups of milk and you whisk it for about 2 minutes. By the way, this is also the instant pudding, not the I think there's one that you can buy that's like, you have to like cook it or something, boil it. No, Instant always. And you're gonna whisk it for 2 minutes. Okay, I let it go a little bit longer than 2 minutes because it wasn't really thickening it up a little bit for some reason, but she looks good. Okay, next, now that she's all nice and thickum, okay, first things first before we move on to the next task. Taste test. Okay, so your next step is gonna be adding in the protein powder first. For the protein powder and for the plain Greek yogurt, you're gonna do half a cup of each, but you wanna start out with the protein powder first and then the whole Greek yogurt. And you don't want to whisk it like you did when it was firming up. Trust me, I have been there and it changes the consistency completely. Honestly, don't know the science behind it, but all I know is I've done it before and I didn't like the consistency. So we're gonna add in a half a cup of the unicorn donut protein powder. And this one is so pretty, you guys. It has little like sprinkles in it, so it's all rainbow and colorful. And it smells so good. So it just looks white, but I don't know if you guys can see. It's got like sprinkles and stuff in there a little bit. So we got the unicorn donut, but we're gonna add half a cup of the protein powder in here, and we're just gonna slowly mix her until she's completely mixed together. Next, we're gonna do the plain Greek yogurt. You're gonna do half a cup of this. With this, you don't wanna mix it in. You want to fold it in. Because again, if you don't, and you just like mix it in really fast or whatever, it changes the consistency. So half a cup of plain Greek yogurt. And I go like this and like fold her. I got these little jars at Walmart. They're just the Walmart brand ones, like the little mason jars. These make 6 perfectly. So we're gonna make 6 of them with just putting some at the bottom. So it looks like that. Wait, should we do a taste test real quick to make sure that this is good? All right, let's do a taste test real quick and I'll switch out the spoon. Whoa! Okay. This is a lot sweeter than I thought it was gonna be. Very good. It's giving like confetti cookie. Like, or like those animal, this is gonna make it sound like it's not very good, but like those like circus animal crackers, that's what it's giving. It's pretty good, y'all. All right, so now we have all of them partially filled. This is when we're gonna go in with the Cool Whip, which has softened a little bit, but the center still looks pretty rough. This is also the messy part that never really looks the prettiest. So yeah, easier to work with when the Cool Whip is soft. So yeah, so it kind of looks like that. Normally when it's like really soft, you can like spread it out and make it look nice. Are looking like this, and then we're just gonna top off the rest with some more pudding on top. And then if you want to add like toppings when you eat it, because definitely don't add it now, they'll get all like soggy, but sometimes I like to add like crushed graham cracker to the top for a little like texture. Sometimes I don't do anything at all. It kind of depends on like how I'm feeling at the moment. Just top it off with the lids. Mine are literally full of rust, but you know, still use them because that's what I got. All right, and then you have 6 desserts for the week ready to go. I get it. When you're on a GLP-1, sometimes you forget to eat. If you're on a health journey, sometimes it's really hard to keep up with your macros, making sure you're eating the right things, you're eating enough, you're not under eating, you're not eating too much fat, you're not eating too much sugar. I get it. It's a lot. It's truly helped me stay consistent when it comes to eating while being on a GLP-1, while working out 6 days a week, while working on my body recomp and building muscle. I'll make sure to insert insert a clip of the chicken when it's done because it's still cooking, but I want to start editing this video. But I will definitely add in a clip right here. Okay. I'm pretty sure that this is pretty much done. So we're going to see if the chicken is shreddable, which it is. So all you do is you shred up the chicken and then you put it away. And that's another meal, bestie. I just kind of pile it all in a bowl, heat it up, and then top it off with some shredded cheese, plain Greek yogurt, and it's delicious. And it's packed full of protein because you have so much chicken in here. Okay, I forgot to actually show you guys what it looks like, so don't want to leave it a mystery. But this is what it looks like. It's all packaged up. But again, it's so good. Delicious. Definitely give it a try. My spouse said it's kind of like a chicken tortilla soup, just no tortillas. So now that everything is done, it's time to put everything away. You are stocked up. You're ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy these recipes. They're very simple, very easy, but they get the job done. So if you haven't yet, make sure to head over to my Instagram and my TikTok account to give me a follow. I am very active on both of those. So that is really how you can kind of keep up with me. Haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to really grow up my YouTube, but I am posting videos pretty much every Sunday. I'm trying my best. Life has been a little bit crazy lately in my personal life. So I have missed, I think, the last week, maybe two. So we're trying to get on a more consistent schedule, but every Sunday, expect a video from me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye.